Hello and welcome. There's a noticeable problem with this event if you're doing the usual upgrades. This would be the usual upgrades, all threes. However, you're not going to be fast enough with those upgrades to finish this event. This is what you need, but you probably already bought the other ones. So EA says this is possible. Well, it's not possible with assists on, and it is very difficult without bot slowing. I think that EA has made a mistake, and I'm going to show you. So, first, how hard are the races? That's what we've got to look at. I've got the bot difficulty high here because I've been winning a lot of races. I'm driving with all of my assists off. We're going to look at more stuff in just a bit here. It was easy with all assists off. Now, that's not how a lot of players drive. So let's test it with assists on. And there's the target I have to beat. So I'm just going to put them on moderate, not on full, because usually full, we'll test that though. Let's test both. Things have gone a certain way for a long time now. EA has told us in the past that required PR events are possible with moderate assists on. So let's just see. This race, this is in tier 12. Okay, that was fairly easy with assists on moderate. So let's try this again. I'll put all assists on high, which probably won't work, but let's just have a visual. Again, bot difficulty is pretty high right here because I've been winning a lot of races and I've been winning them by a lot. So that should be putting it pretty difficult. And oh yeah, it substantially over brakes. This isn't surprising. Brake assist high is just slow. It's just you can't really race with brake assist high. Okay, so now let's get to the nasty race. And again, these are the upgrades I've got. If you already have your brakes up to tier 3, it's not going to make much of a difference here. So I'm just going to put assists on moderate. There you go. So this should be about as easy as the last race. It's just one more tier, and I've got more than enough PR for tier 13. PR for tier 13 is not 56.2. 56.2 is enough PR to finish the event. So this actually should be easy still. So watch what happens. I'm driving this normally as most people would. And it looks like I'm going to be okay. No, the brakes come on because that's what brake assist does. I can't finish higher than last place. Well, that doesn't work. Okay, well, surely this is going to be easy if I just turn all assists off, right? Okay. Well, let's do a little test here. I'll do the same thing here, and this will enable me to drive all the way to the wall. And I'm going to choose a very specific start point. So this is repeatable. And then I'm going to do the same race line. So this is normally what I do in recommended PR events when things are difficult. So I'm going to increase the travel distance by weaving a little bit. It's making this go a little bit longer. So this should work. And I'm going to accelerate all the way to the wall. Okay, well No, not even enough to get third place. So, okay, maybe I need a different section. Let's give this a try. I gave this a few different tests to try to figure out. This is going down the back straight, and this is at the start of the race. So I can go past the start-finish line. It goes downhill here. So clearly this should work. Well, 219, 220. Nope, can't get any faster than that. It's even worse, actually. So now what? Okay, this is extremely difficult. Okay, what I'm doing here, that you have to be a top 1% level driver, maybe even higher. And you've got to know some tricks. I don't know how the average person is supposed to know all this. So I'm going to start in the right spot, and I'm going to take a specific race line. Then I'm going to be weaving back and forth carefully, not enough to lose traction. And I'm going to take it all the way to the wall. And then there's another thing that people may not know about this particular track. And that is, when you go over here, it's not off track. Well, how are you supposed to know that? Okay, well, I don't know. So let's just see here. Let's race to the end here. I'd say 99% of players can't do what I just did. So look at this. I passed by only 0.01 kilometers per hour. That's clearly not something the average person can do. So now what do? Well, if you're the average player, you're going to have to go do a lot of bot slowing. And what does that mean? Basically, you just lose a lot. And there's just no way that the average person knows this. Now, I'm not going to make you watch this whole thing, but I'll just show you the results here. And you can see that as I keep losing, the required speed keeps falling. So you go do this in a short race because this can take a long time. And okay, so this should be possible now because I've lowered the targets. Here I have assists on, and you can tell because it was doing some funny braking and some funny race lines, but that shouldn't matter because this is how the events have always been done. And we're going to see, no, it still is not possible. So now what do I do? Well, a ridiculous amount of bot slowing. And this is like another 30 races. This takes like 30 minutes. Even then, this still won't be enough, but I'll show you what you have to do. Here's what you have to do to pass. Shortly after the race starts, if you're running with assists, you have to pause and turn them off. And there's just no way the average person knows this. That's why I say that they've made a mistake and something should be done. Well, so what if you don't know all of these tricks? Well, you're going to have to buy more upgrades. Well, that's not how limited time series events have worked since they were created for many, many years now. So, drop a comment. Let me know what you think about this. The developers do read these comments, and hopefully we see this changed for future events. I don't know if they're going to change this one, but there you go, guys. Thank you for joining me today. See you out there on the track.